Good morning, my dear students. Good morning, my dear smarties. Good morning, my little scientists. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to today's session. Today's session is about Earth and weather. We will be taking the first lesson in this chapter, which is the states of matter. Okay, so first of all, let me talk about the lesson objectives. We want to identify the three states of matter, and we want to describe how water changes states. Before we dig into the lesson, let me recall what is matter. Matter is everything that is surrounding us. Like everything you have your eyes on is matter. However, it's made up of very small particles, very small, that we cannot see them by the eye. States of matter are the forms that matter can take. Okay, so matter can be living things or non-living things, such as humans, plants, toys, water, oxygen, etc. However, we today want to focus on three people I want you to meet. They are Mr. Solid, Mr. Liquid, and Mr. Gas. In our lesson today, we aim and focus to get to know them better. Okay, so first of all, for Mr. Solid, he is made up of particles that are packed together. As we see in the glass, the particles in it, they feel like they are hugging each other tightly, just like in the ice cube. However, Mr. Liquid decided to look different. The particles in it are packed together, however less tightly. It feels like they are not hugging each other anymore, however they are dancing around each other. Okay, just like in a glass of water. Alright? The third one, Mr. Gas, is totally different. This one, he is very free, and the particles in it are really free, such that they can take the shape that they want, they expand, they get away from each other. The particles are not any at all, they are not together. Okay, just like the steam that we can see during cooking. Okay, first one, Mr. Solid, takes his own shape. He just stays the way he wants to be, such that if I put my pencil in the refrigerator or on the table or on the ground or in the glass, it will still have that shape. The same is for football and Lego pieces. Okay? However, Mr. Liquid is a bit different. Mr. Liquid takes the shape of the container and do not have a definite shape, such that like the ketchup, when it is in the bottle of ketchup, is different, have a different shape from when it's placed on my piece of hamburger. Okay, the same is for liquid paint and orange juice. Okay, Mr. Gas have particles in it that move freely and take up the space of the container. They do not have at all any definite shapes. Just like clouds. Clouds have infinite shapes, uncountable ones. Okay? They can be looking like many shapes. The same is for the air in the balloon. We can make the balloons have also infinite shapes. Also the water vapor, and so many other gases. Okay, now I want you to know that Mr. Gas and Mr. Solid and Mr. Liquid can be like one person. How can that be? Each one of them can change to be the other one. For example, ice, which is Mr. Solid, can melt to become Mr. Water, and water can also evaporate and be heated up in order to be Mr. Gas as water vapor. Let me give you details about that. The first one is freezing. It is when water or liquid when it's put it in lower temperatures, they would freeze from solid to liquid. Melting, it is when the solid becomes liquid, just like my ice cream. When it's under the heat of sunlight, it will melt to become liquid. Now, evaporation, it also happens when my liquid, or when Mr. Liquid turns into Mr. Gas by turning into water vapors. During that, particles in the water would be separated to become as free as those in gas. And what made that happen is the heat. Now, condensation, it is when water vapor in the air cools and the temperature in that case is lowered, and it changes back into liquid. The water vapor condenses, and condensation is the change from gas to liquid. This happens mainly when the water vapor in the room got stuck on the window, on the glass of the window. Why? Because the glass of the window would be cooler than the temperature in the room. In that case, they would condense and we can see them by our eyes. Okay, now I want to end this up in here, and I want to ask you, my dear students, a question. Which state of matter did you like the most that we introduced today? Was it Mr. Solid, or Mr. Liquid, or Mr. Gas? And please give me an example on that.